Hi.
All right, technical issues.
Hey.
Hey, Ted.
All
Hi,
right.
Ted.
Welcome to Pokemon Quiz Bowl. Who here? My name is Ted. I used to play Quiz Bowl in high school and college, and I now help moderate local quiz bowls. I just did a quiz bowl at Round Rock High School. So this has a basis in actual academic competition. I'll give a quick overview. Who here had? I'm just wondering, who here does not know how to play Quiz Bowl right now? Okay, we'll give you a quick overview. Yeah, but I do want to emphasize this has a basis in actual academic competition. These are real rules. It's just, we're going to have a little fun and I'll explain why. So let me just go ahead and go through this real quick. All right. There we go. Okay, so Quiz Bowl. That is a depiction from Big Bang Theory. Did anyone remember that episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's laughable as a quiz bowl. Oh my gosh, that was not a quiz bowl. Okay. I'm here to tell you what the real thing is. Quiz bowls are generally quiz-based academic competitions on a variety of subjects. Most of them will be academic. In fact, in some federations, there's going to be no pop culture questions at all. We're talking science, literature, actual computation, math questions. Not foreign languages, thank gosh. Okay. Usually it's two teams, schools and colleges, and they'll usually use a lockout buzzer system. This is an actual buzzer system that does get used in competition. I'll go a little into that. It's modeled after College Bowl, which was a TV program from the 1950s. You do have several, I wouldn't say governing or sanctioning bodies, but like organizations that run quiz bowls or run questions. We have the College Bowl, Academic Competition Federation. I myself, usually most of us will compete under national academic quiz tournaments. General, in NAQT, you have two teams of 4 players. They're usually timed 15 minutes in that with a halftime. Teams are allowed 1 timeout and 1 substitution. So generally we'll read a pyramidal toss-up, and I'll show you what a pyramidal toss-up is, but the idea of a pyramidal toss-up is we start off by giving clues that are most difficult to know, and the idea is as we read along giving more clues, they should get easier. If you get that correct, if the team gets it, if one team buzzes in, that's 10 points. An incorrect answer before the moderator, that would be me, finishes reading, there's a -5 penalty, and that locks that team out from answering that question. There's no conferring or talking among the teammates during a toss-up, so you have to come up with the answer by yourself. And we will get into this because I actually do want to play an actual Quiz Bowl game because I found a packet. Teams answering the toss-up then receive a series of bonus questions. The teams can work together talking with each other to come up with what the answer is. Usually bonus questions are worth 30 points. So we're usually talking 3 questions worth 10 points each. Answers must be immediate, unambiguous, and clear. Usually when you buzz in Quiz Bowl or are prompted for response, you have to give that response within 3 seconds. We make no bones about it. These are difficult to know answers. You don't know it, we just move on. That's pretty much how we work. All right? This is an example of a toss-up question. This is an example of what we would call a college level Pokemon quiz question. I did read this yesterday. What I wanted to point out here on there is you'll notice the bold area before the asterisk. When the moderator is reading that, if you answer before I finish reading the bold area, that answer is now worth 15 points. Is that clear? Sometimes yesterday I paused a little because sometimes I got an answer right at the threshold and I'm trying to make a call. Did I start in this example, did I start saying elongated? At that point, that's a 10 point. So there's every incentive to buzz in and buzz in early. I think most of these should probably be known to most, I'd say, advanced Pokemon masters. So hopefully they'll be rather obvious by the time we get to the end. Does anyone have any questions on how this toss-up would work? Cool. Okay. Then you get a series of bonus questions. This is an example of a series of 3 bonus questions. So no buzzing in is required. We'll just simply ask the team that got the toss-up correct a series of bonus questions, let you talk about it. Usually the response time is going to be 5 to 10 seconds. By rule, a moderator's usually, it doesn't have to be from a captain. By rule, the moderator will take the first answer directed at them. So if somebody looks directly at me and says an answer, I'm going to take that as an answer. There's no penalty for guessing on a bonus. It's either you get the 10 points or you get 0. So just want to make that clear. Does anyone have any questions about that? All right. These are lockout buzzer systems. They're also known as a signaling device. There is absolutely no tie with this. It does lock out any other players from buzzing in. So when the buzz-in happens, I'll hear a ding, I'll see a light, wait till your light's called in. There's a whole bunch of complicated rules about who to recognize. It's very simple, just wait until I recognize you before answering. Don't assume that you were the one buzzing in. These should cost anywhere from $130 to $240. If you are looking to start a program at your school, please do consider a buzzer system that's actually used in competition. They have interchangeable parts, so someone just breaks a buzzer, like the button. If I have to get another one, it's less than 20 bucks. Some of these systems, they're completely integrated. They don't break apart. You would have to replace the entire system entirely if they do break. This is very important in an actual quiz bowl program. Usually when I was in high school, we would practice every day after school for 2 to 3 hours. So you need to think these things get set up and taken down every day. They're handled by teenagers for 2 to 3 hours. They have to stand up. There are different types of signaling devices. There's a tabletop system. These are hand pads. They're basically sewing machine pedals. They're nearly indestructible. They're really great for elementary and middle schoolers. We're going to use handheld buzzers. And here's how we're going to do this. We're going to start off with an online buzzer system so everyone can play. My basic idea is I have another set of questions. If you answer one, you'll get to come up here and actually play the actual game with the full questions. So I do volunteer with Texas Challengers Quiz Tournaments. We have an actual Quiz Bowl tournament coming up March 1st at Gorzecki Middle School. It's for middle school and high school students. So first off, I'll say if you know anybody who is a high school or middle school student, ideally you would want to enter in their school, maybe talk with a teacher and get some other students to enter. The entry fee is usually $100. It costs several $100s to get a set of tournament questions from the NAQT, which, small little fact, Ken Jennings, highest grades of all time on Jeopardy. He played Quiz Bowl at BYU. He's an emeritus board member for NAQT, and he's still, as far as I know, might still write questions for it. That's the caliber of questions you're getting. What was I going to say? But also, I want to throw up the option, if you don't have a team or don't have a school, you can still enter. You just wouldn't qualify to get to the national tournament in Atlanta in May. To qualify, you have to either you would have to finish in the top third of the schools in the field. But we did have a team last week at Round Rock that was just a single player. So if you have know a teenager who would want to just play by themselves and see if they can take on some schools, that's entirely allowed. You just probably wouldn't qualify for the national tournament, which I would say you would have no chance of winning the national tournament by yourself. I'm 99.9% sure of that. But we are also looking for volunteer moderators and scorekeepers. We always usually do come down to a last-minute struggle to find them. In fact, I got an email yesterday asking if I could moderate. UT is having the sectional tournament for college. It's UT versus Texas A&M versus Rice University versus OU today. So they're down there at UT Austin playing Quiz Bowl right now. If you are interested, please go to tcqt.org and use the contact, and the director, Adam, will follow up with you about possibly volunteering. But if you like what I'm doing right here, right now, that's basically what you do. 9:30 a.m., we check in, and you read 8 rounds for kids. So some pictures I took of myself at the Quiz Bowl that I hosted at I helped with at Austin Liberal Arts and Science Academy. So you'll get a room, you get a laptop, you'll have a laptop. If you don't have a buzzer system like me, yeah, there'll probably be one provided. The teams usually provide their own buzzers. And yeah, you just sit there and you read these questions and you'll hear what these questions kind of are like. And this is the finals, so this is what it looks like when it's the final. And those are the tournament winners. And yeah, if you are interested in further Quiz Bowl resources, there's the National Academic Quiz Tournaments. The full rules are there. There's some practice questions there. There's also another group called Texas Quiz Bowl Alliance. They run both in-person and online quiz bowls. So you don't necessarily have to be in person. They are also looking for online moderators. You just log into a room through Zoom and take the questions online. There's a Quiz Bowl Packets archive at quizbowlpackets.com. That's where I found these Pokemon questions. This is an Anderson Enterprises Officiator 10, and you can find out about those there. Sort of related, I also did academic decathlon. I have 8 medals, and there's also the National Science Bowl that's run by the Department of Energy Championships in Washington, D.C. Okay, so let me set this up. So I'll let you know, I guess, who wants to play here? Raise your hand. Okay, so I'm counting 9, so probably if everyone wanted to play, they can just come up. So we can probably just skip the qualifier one. All right.
Let's jump right into the game.
Yeah, let's just jump right into the game then if everyone wants, if everyone who wants to play. We've got 10 buzzers, so come up to the front row and feel free to take a buzzer. I counted 9 people. You're all welcome. Huh?
No,
sit there in the front row.
So it'll be 5 people on one side, 4 people on the other side. Make the teams as even as possible.
Can't say I never participate. No.
I will just disconnect so we
You're the
do
one
not
who
reveal
spoke to me
the
this morning
questions.
on Pokemon.
That's great. The questions I was going to use, so there's a kind of interesting story with the questions I was going to use for qualifiers. There's a national tournament run by PACE, that's the Partnership for Academic Competition Excellence. They run the National Scholastic Championship in Indiana. There are no pop culture questions in their format. So Cornell University Quiz Bowl actually makes a 8-round Pokemon tournament for them. So the questions I was going to use as a qualifier were written by college students for high school all-stars. But that's my little story behind that. So, but if you do know a young teenager who is really into Pokemon and they want to learn everything they can possibly know, tell them to go to Cornell University. I know that for a fact.
Oh.
Where were you when I was applying?
All right, let's see here. I've got 2. All right, we'll just lay right into this. And then, yeah, if we have time afterwards, we'll go ahead and we'll do the qualifiers. We'll go through those real quick. Oh, I forgot to top off my water. Give me just a minute.
I'm here for you.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you could give me just top off the water, please. All right, I'll run through a quick buzzer check. Also, when you buzz in, just pay attention to how much pressure you have to put on the buttons. You do not have to mash them down. Please do not destroy my buzzers when you answer. Speed of light is speed of light no matter what. So I'll usually start from the right side and work my way left. I will call out your color and, huh?
That was empty, I'm gonna go to the front.
Okay, thank you very much, Jess. I will start from the right and go to the left, and I will tell you what your color is and your number. Okay, so starting with you. All right, red 2. All right, Oscar.
Hey, sorry.
All right, red 4. All right, next. Red 5. Okay, Dan. All right, green 5. Yep. Green 4. Green 3. And green 2. Okay, awesome. That's all set. Here's what I'll go ahead and do since we didn't get to do the elimination. I'll usually start off, I will burn the first question just so you see how this works, okay? And then when Jess gets back, she's my scorekeeper, all right? So we'll start with this. All right, armed. Toss up 1, not a, yeah. Okay, so yeah, the packet writer actually did put in a burner question. So this is called the Orascular Spectacular, a random Pokemon packet by Kenji Golem Lim. So they did put a burner question in here. Not a Pokemon-related toss-up. A character in this movie remarks that a day without sex is a day wasted. A website for Imagine Peace is advertised in a hotel room and on a character shirt in this movie, which earlier featured a news reporter on polar bears. This movie's protagonist claims that his Ford Mustang is a hybrid that gets 100 miles per gallon. In this movie, a man first seen on a bridge claims that SARS and West Nile virus were both caused by global warming. In a notable scene from this movie, 4 characters use coat hangers to swing at 5 gifts of certain animals. This movie is the best known release of a movie Head Pictures. For no points, name this movie subtitled Shock and Terror, notorious for its bad CGI, bad dialogue, bad acting, bad audio editing, well, pretty much bad everything, and for ripping off a Hitchcock movie. Red 5.
Food fight.
No penalty. Anyone else care to guess? Green 3.
Anchorman?
Nope. Anyone in the audience? Okay, it was called Birdemic Shock and Terror.
Never seen that anime.
Never heard of it.
Okay, so no penalty, no nothing. At that point, let's say if someone did get it, I would just ask a series of bonus questions, and I'll work that through next round. So.
Questions, sorry, I felt like that was a lot of questions. Do you normally buzz into the first one you do?
The moment that you think you know and you think you know the answer, yeah, you can just buzz in. You don't need, this isn't like Jeopardy where you have to wait for the answer. The buzzer is live the moment I start reading the question. On the point of that, so the record in college is 7 toss-ups in a row. Let me tell you a quick story how that person achieved that. He went into the packets, all the packets that were read last season. He then wrote the first 8 words of every toss-up question. He then shuffled through those cards all season long, training himself to answer the question after hearing only 8 words. It can happen that quickly.
That's very anime.
Huh?
That's very anime.
This was for actual academic competition. Yeah, that's another thing on it. Toss-ups are hard. If you're used to most trivia, where the metaphor I would use is you maybe have played games where you're expected to shoot basketballs and get 2 points. Toss-up questions end up being more like trying to score touchdowns. I normally will probably answer 1 or 2 questions in a game. My captain once answered 4, and we joked about giving a test for performance-enhancing drugs. So this is a kind of a new level threshold. 3, you're on a hot streak. What? Yeah. So.
Judge?
Yeah. Wait, we need to test that guy after this. Yeah. He answered 3 questions. Yeah. That's domination right there. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. Toss up 1. A Pokemon Oh, is my volume okay, or should I get a mic?
It's good.
Okay. Good. All right, cool. I figured such. 1. In Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, the Wish Stone is shaped like one of these things. A group of these float in a ring and then turn red and suddenly fall to the ground. In the animation for Perish Song, Shadow's head and Melioda's arms are both designed. Green 5.
Music note?
That's correct. 10 points. Okay. For 10 points, name these objects that can appear on the staff and represent music. So.
That's right.
All right. So your team's bonus, you do not need to buzz in for this. Bonus 1. Answer the following about the infamous Legend of Dratini episode for 10 points each. 10. The episode was banned because of one scene when Kaiser, the Safari Zone Warden, does this action to Ash.
Pull on a gun.
Yes, that is acceptable. Pulled out a revolver. 2. The Legend of Dratini saw the first use of this object, which was later used to fish for Dawn's Weasel.
Weasel.
Thank you. It did not appear internationally until Bye Bye Psyduck in the Orange Island saga.
Super Rock?
I'm sorry?
Super Rock?
No. And you're welcome to talk amongst yourselves. Just to let you know.
Great Rod, or is it?
Fireball.
No.
No, that's great.
Answer is Misty's Special Lure. And then bonus 3. Strangely, this episode was not banned or censored, although it includes a scene where Ash, mistaken as a member of Team Rocket, is threatened by multiple guns by Pokemart owners. This episode's title group of 5 all wear sunglasses. Yes, the Squirrel Squad. So that's 20 points on the bonus, 10 on the toss-up. All right, let me go back to... All right, toss-up 2. Description acceptable. The organization behind this action later applied the same reasoning behind this action to San Francisco. The person responsible for this action, Kaylee Play, claimed that as a result of it, she's getting all the observational evidence for her research proposal about examining vicious misogyny, video game culture. A Reddit response to this action remarked how a certain website's name was actually short for Igneous Rock the whole time. Factors influencing this action include too many HMs, as well as the more infamous Too Much Water. Red 5.
IGN's rating of ORAS, 7.8 out of 10, too much water.
Yes. IGN's review of Pokemon Orange, Red, Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire. So yes, 10 points. Very good. I wasn't sure anyone was going to get that one.
Yeah, it said too much water in it.
Okay, awesome. All right, your team's bonus. You do not need to buzz in. You're welcome to talk amongst yourselves. 2, although he's not Wigglytuff from the Mystery Dungeon series, this character wears pink and frequently calls the player friend, for 10 points each. Name this creepy character who gives out O powers.
Oh, that's the guy from Black 2 and White 2. Forgot his name. What was his name? Yeah, Black 2 and White who gave you O powers. And he was someone you could find in the Pokemon Center.
Time, that's Mr. Bonding. 2, in Oros, 5 men who hang out at one of these establishments fuse together with a 6th man, forming Mr. Bonding.
What?
I just asked a question.
Oh, can you repeat?
I shouldn't, but I'll go ahead and do that. In Oros, 5 men who hang out at one of these establishments fuse together with a 6th man, forming Mr. Bonding. Answer?
We don't have one.
All right, no problem. That's Pokemon Centers. And 3, in both X and Y and Oros, the final O power given to the player helps to quicken this task. Having a Pokemon with Flame Body or Magma Armor can help quicken this task.
Egg hatching?
Yes, so it's 10 on the bonus. Let me load that toss-up 3. Toss-up 3. A woman selling Moo Moo milk was added near the entrance of one of these places. In Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, one of these places was where the player could finally obtain the HM for Rock Smash. Togepi jumps on a statue of Gyarados to reveal the entrance to Blaine's gym in one of these places. Another one of these places is found on Kindle Road and serves as a rest stop for players traveling to Mount Ember. An Ice Heal can be found hidden in one of these places, which was where the player could obtain a Wynot egg from an old couple. Red 5.
The Pokemon Center?
Nope, Neg 5. In recent remakes, one of these places was emptied out and divided into 2 sections, presumably by gender. Green 5.
Hot Spring.
That is correct, 10 points. Okay. Bonus 3. Answer the following about stat changes for 10 points each. 1. This move, favored by Evolutions and Ambipom, involves switching out of battle. The new Pokemon on the battlefield inherits all stat changes accumulated by this move's user.
Baton Pass.
That's correct. 2. A strategy for using Sigilyph Single live. Okay, thank you. Involve using cosmic power multiple times, then spamming this move, whose base power increases by 20 for each stat boost.
Oh, okay.
Answer? No answer. Stored power. And 3, this erratic ability, notably learned by Smeargle and Beatoff as a hidden ability and banned by Smogon clause, involve 1 random stat increase and 1 random stat decrease per turn. Answer? No answer. Moody. So that's 10 points on the bonus. All right. Toss up 4. In the fan-made games Pokemon Zeta and Omicron, Phoenix Iota is a city built in this place. In this non-island place, a mysterious triangle stone travels in a path that makes 3 triangles before finally breaking. Porygon 2's Pokedex entries note that it was programmed to work in this place. Rayquaza's Dragon Ascent allows the player to enter this place and somehow survive a head-on collision here. Mewtwo and Mew can be seen in this place in the intro for the original Pokemon series. The Delta episode, Red 5.
Space.
That is correct, 10 points. All right, bonus 4 for your team. This was the first Pokemon James caught in Kalos, for 10 points each. Name this Pokemon that evolves into Malamar.
Inkay.
That's correct. Description acceptable. At level 30 or higher, Inkay can evolve into Malamar when this condition is
You
satisfied.
have to turn, upside down.
That is correct. Both Inkay and Malamar can have this useful ability that reverses the side effect of stat change. Pokemon with this ability can now benefit from things like Intimidate or Sticky Web.
Oh, I know.
Answer?
We don't know.
All right, that's contrary, so 20 on the bonus.
Sounds like
All right. Gotcha. All right, toss-up 5. Before it was changed to Infiltrator, Chandelur's hidden ability produced this effect, although obtaining a Chandelure with said ability was impossible even before it was changed. A common strategy in lower Smogon tiers use Gothiel's hidden ability to produce this condition, then using Trick to swap a choice scarf onto its opponent. Both the Shed Shell and Smoke Ball allow Pokemon to bypass this condition. The Grip Claw increases the number of turns that this condition lasts. It doesn't involve confusion or stat changes, but moves like U-Turn and Volt Switch can effectively end this condition, which can be caused by Mean Look. Most wild Diglett and all wild Wobbuffet can produce this condition. Red 5.
Arena Trap?
Yeah, trapped in battle, so
Yeah.
10 points. All right. Bonus for your team. Bonus 5. A man named Karsten operates this facility in the show for 10 points each. Name this Sino power plant that uses alternative energy. It is located east of Florima town.
Fuego Works?
Nope, that's Valley Windworks. The Valley Windworks is the site of the player's first battle with this commander of Team Galactic. This red-haired commander uses Purgly, while her counterpart uses Skuntank.
Mars.
That is correct. Thus, Valley Windworks is one of the many places in Sinnoh where these special trees, which can attract Munchlax, Heracross, and Combee, can be found.
The honey trees.
That's correct. 20 on the bonus. Now I don't need a spell check on that. This is not spell checkable. Don't do that.
Right click, add custom word.
All right. Okay. Toss-up 6. One of the first people the player can encounter while completing these tasks remarks, "I'll hack and slash my way to victory with the cut we just learned." Although her only Pokemon, a Gulpin, cannot learn cut. The player can find an expert belt after completing the first of these tasks. While completing these tasks, the player may either find several instances of scattered mail or various foodstuffs, such as Red 5.
The Trick House. In Pokemon Emerald.
I'll accept that. It says Trick House Puzzles.
Trick House Puzzle, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's Power 15.
Alrighty.
Bonus. Okay. Your bonus. This is the only poison type move that can affect steel types for 10 points each. Name this move that suppresses an opponent's ability.
Gastric acid. Gastric acid.
I can't say that. It's gastro acid.
Gastro acid.
Yeah, that would gastro acid. So an ability with similar effect to gastro acid is this one, which only ignores abilities that hamper its user's moves. This ability allows Ramparados to hit levitating Pokemon with Earthquake.
Mold breaker.
That's correct. One Pokemon with Mold Breaker in this one, which gains lots of hair upon Mega Evolving.
Glaceon? Glacy.
Incorrect. Mega Ampharos. So that's 10 points on the bonus.
You got it.
This one's gonna be fun. No, this one's really fun. Toss up 7. In Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, a lady at the northern end of Humilau City uses a variant of this phrase. After defeating a trainer who uses this phrase, that trainer exclaims, "I don't believe it." In the Generation 4 Battle Tower, a trainer named Ezekiel uses this phrase before battle. Another trainer who uses this phrase can be found on Kalos Route 5 and is named Keita. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green add the words "delightfully" to this phrase. Rob Carson appropriately uses this phrase in his Twitter bio. The famous users of this phrase has a Rattata and Aikens and can be found on Route 3 in Kanto. Red 5.
I like shorts. They're easy to wear. Something like that.
I will accept that. I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
Comfy and
So,
easy to wear.
yeah, I'll accept that. So
That's
close
like
enough.
my favorite line.
Okay.
I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. No, that's Johto. That's the other guy.
Okay. Let's see. Bonus 7. Answer the Yeah. Okay. Bonus 7. Answer the following about Mega Evolution and Hone for 10 points each. Rodin and Kyogre can undergo this primitive form of Mega Evolution, which allow them to gain the abilities Desolate Land and Primordial Sea respectively.
Primal reversion.
Yes. In Oros, the intriguing stone turns out to be the Mega Stone for this Pokemon. Mega evolving this Pokemon results in it acquiring no guard and a massive boost to special attack.
Mega Audino.
Pidgeot, and the player receives the Galladite and the Garderoite from these two characters, who coincidentally share their names in pronunciation with a cartoon fairy couple, all or nothing named both.
Wallace. One. Wait. One and Cosmo. Okay. Wally. And
Answer?
Professor Cosmo.
Professor Cosmo and Wanda, so that's 10 points on the bonus.
There was a rabbit?
What it says.
I thought it was Wally because he has the lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toss-up 8. This letter names the theme song of the Pokemon X and Y TV series. The player can receive a Macho Brace after defeating a group of trainers whose name all start with this letter. A member of that group found in Victory Road has an Electrode, Swalot, and Darmanitan, thank you, in recent remakes. A move beginning with this letter has a whopping 180 base power, the highest base power of any non-suicide move. A group of 4 trainers whose names all begin with this letter can be fought in a house on Route 111. Red 5.
W.
Neg -5. That group is the Windstreak family. A fire-type move that begins with this letter can only be learned by an event Rayquaza and the Pokemon found at Liberty Garden. For 10 points, name this letter represented by the Winston Churchill Pokemon you're locked out.
Oh.
Victini.
Are you asking for a letter?
Green 5. That is correct, 10 points.
Letter B?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't certain.
What is?
Case in point, the moderator cannot extrapolate on what you're asking. The best thing I can do is say prompt to get more information from you. So just let you know. So that's the procedure. All right, so your bonus. Bonus 8, Wild Steelix can be found at Cliff Cave, which lies on the routes leading to this place. For 10 points each, identifying this customizable area that was added to Johto in Heartland and Soul Silver. Answer? No answer. That's the Johto Safari Zone. Okay. On Route 47, the player may bump into young couple Duff and Etta, who use this very suggestive pair of Pokemon. All or nothing. Name them both.
Honestly, Cloister.
Yes. And bonus 3. Route 47 contains many examples of this kind of obstacle. Since the move required to traverse this kind of obstacle is physical, Pokemon like Gyarados and Poliwrath can benefit from using it.
Waterfall.
That's correct. 20 on the bonus.
I was thinking extreme.
Toss-up 10. 2 answers required. These 2 Pokemon can appear in Unova Route 6 during a swarm. They are depicted on the jackets of the Street Thug and Delinquent Trainer class. Red 5.
Scraggy.
Neg 5. In the show, Thatcher uses these 2 Pokemon to run a lighthouse. These 2 Pokemon are classified by the Pokedex as cheering Pokemon. They can apparently green 3.
Bustle and Mind.
That's correct. Power 15. Okay. Bonus 9. This Pokemon was a subject of Yogi Shed's first installment in his Will F You Up video series for 10 points each. Name this Pokemon that no one took seriously until people actually started using it in Smogon battles. Probably because facing this Pokemon can cause as much frustration as losing your car keys before an important meeting. It has a Steel Fairy type combination.
Klefki.
That's correct. 2, Klefki has this ability that allows its status moves like Swagger to almost always strike first. Yes. And another Pokemon with the Prankster ability is this one, which was retyped to Grass Fairy. Its Pokedex entry suggests that this Wind-Veiled Pokemon is a slippery devil that can sneak through gaps into houses.
Whimsicott.
Yes. Okay, so it's 30 on the bonus. All right. Toss-up 11. 2 answers required. In the new
10 actually.
Huh?
I think we're at 10 actually.
Are we on 10? I thought we just did 10. Did I skip
I
one?
just wrote my 10th line.
Okay. All right, I think I see what I did here.
No.
Okay. I skipped, I'll go back to toss-up 9, and then I will read then we'll be on, okay, yeah, I skipped toss-up. So let me try to fix this. All right.
Well, he's fixed it. It's a real close game. 125 to 110.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You caught up with all those bonuses.
Yeah, bonuses make up 3/4 of your score, so. All right, here it is. Toss-up, all right. This should be toss-up 9, but this is gonna be 10? Is that, okay. 9, oh, sorry. It's not Reshiram or Moltres, but a guy known as Justin RPG made a horrible rendition of Stuck in the Middle with You, called Stuck in This Pokemon's Stomach Alone, in which he beckons it to eat him as part. Red 5.
Yeah.
That is correct. Power. Okay, so then bonus. All right, I'm going to read bonus 10.
Yes, because you said bonus 9.
Yeah,
Bonus 9.
right, okay. So then I'm reading bonus 10, which is just caught up. Okay, Gardenia denies that she's scared of entering this place, but we all know that's a lie. For 10 points each. 1, name this abandoned manor in the Eterna Forest, most notable for introducing human ghosts to the Pokemon franchise.
The old chateau.
That's correct. The old chateau is home to this Pokemon that may have gotten along with Galactic Admin Charon. It appears in a TV and can assume 5 additional forms.
Rotom.
That's correct. The presence of this item in the kitchen trash can in Diamond and Pearl led some to believe that the human ghost in the old chateau witnessed a poisoning.
The old ghetto. There was like a little cracker thing, and it heals any condition. The old ghetto.
I'm sorry, no, it says antidote. So it's 20 on the bonus. Okay, so then this,
Now we should be on 11.
okay, yeah, now we're on 11. That gets us caught up. All right, toss up 11. 2 answers required. In the new fan game, Pokemon Insurgents, Delta Charmander has these two types. A Pokemon with these 2 types causes a whirlwind in Smash Bros. 4. Along with Ice, these 2 types are represented in both Kanto and Hone Elite Four. These 2 types have 2 least amounts of moves in the original game and are each possessed by only 3 of the original 151 Pokemon. A Pokemon with these 2 types can use the Grisius orb to transform into its origin form. Green 4.
Ghost and Dragon.
That's correct, 10 points.
It's like a bone, it was a skeleton joint.
Yeah.
I remember watching
Bonus. Bonus 11, you are playing Pokemon Heart Gold for 10 points each. You want to get a Starmie early, so you detour to this city right after the 3rd gym to fish for a Staryu. This city is home to a famous lighthouse in Johto.
You can get these for 10 or 15 grand.
Olive soup.
Yes. To get Dratini early in the game, you play this game obsessively in the Goldenrod Game Center. In this game, a cross between Picross and Minesweeper, players cannot lose coins, making the task much easier.
Voltorb flip.
That's correct. 3, eventually, when you have nothing better to do, you obtain these items, which Pokemon can find on certain routes based on their natures. When a Pokemon obtains 5 of these items, they can be made into a crown.
So that's probably why.
Answer?
With the golden leaves.
Yes, that was so that it says shiny leaf, so 30 on the bonus.
That's fun.
It's $250 game. I multiply it. I know like that, so.
There we go. All right. Toss-up 12. As of Generation 6, a Pokemon based on these creatures has a record 3 signature moves. Females of another Pokemon based on these creatures has a red mark on one of their 3 heads. Ash once owned a Pokemon based on these creatures, but gave it to Casey. The moves, attack order, defend order, and heal order all involve these creatures. Red 5.
Vespa, or the combi.
Prompt. You're close, but it's not quite. Giving you another opportunity.
Okay.
The, Robbie.
Vespa.
That is, I cannot accept that. Neg 5. All involve these creatures. Before escavators, green 4. Prompt.
Because no cases on
Incorrect, no penalty. The answer we're looking for are B's.
I was.
We're just looking for B's.
Yeah, I was. Such a complex response.
You overthought it. We're just wanting to say what kind of animal they are. That was exactly what it said. No, you can't help them. Huh? I cannot, that's why I said prompt.
No, I mean, not you.
No, you're on your own, so it's okay. Let me just reset here.
Oh, thank you. Amazon for $6. I'm sorry.
Toss-up 13, description acceptable. One piece of evidence used to support this argument include Jesse's fantasy in the original version of the episode, All Things Bright and Beautifly, in which Jesse outlines a plan to recruit Team Rocket members by becoming a contest coordinator. Other pieces of evidence for this argument include Registeel's portrayal in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, as well as a trading card called Koga's Ninja Trick. Uri Geller claimed that Kadabra's imagery supports this argument, citing that the markings on its abdomen resemble the SS symbol. For 10 points, identify this argument that suggests that Pokemon may be red 5.
Pokemon is satanic.
Prompt.
That was the argument being made by folks that Pokemon is satanic.
Neg -5. For 10 points, identify this argument that suggests that Pokemon may be in line with the ideologies of Hitler.
What?
Green 5.
The,
Mm-hmm.
like, the symbol on cadaver used to be like a swastika.
Prompt. No, that's no answer. Pokemon franchise is Nazi.
Registeel's original sprite had.
Yeah.
I won't give you that. Some of these are not that clear, but that's what.
I only knew about the satanic argument from that one Evangeligus guy.
That's what I was
Yeah, with the
thinking.
Mewtwo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Mewtwo green fingers
Yeah,
and all that.
but the Nazi thing, bro. I was like, oh shoot.
Some of these, Quiz Bowl, learning Quiz Bowl wording or phrasing or what they're going for, this is why we'll listen to hundreds of questions before we go to a tournament. I guess so, yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
I would admit that that's something like that obscure probably, but that's the packet author, the will of the packet author. All right. But it's okay. Let's see. So we have the neg 5 and a 0. Toss-up 14. In one episode, this Pokemon interrupts a fight between Pikachu and Vulpix, inadvertently uncovering an entrance to a temple. Green 4. That is correct. Power. All right. Your bonus. For some reason, this move is considered a contact move, even though it relies on special attack. For 10 points each. Name this move. Yanma evolves into Yanmega if it levels up and knows this move.
Oh, ancient power.
That's correct. Ancient Powers causes this effect to occur 10% of the time.
Increases one's status attack, defense, special attack, special.
Yes, that is the answer. Appropriately, Ancient Power is learned by every Pokemon in this group. One member of this group, Omanite, was worshipped as a supreme deity in Twitch Plays Pokemon. Yes, that's 30 on the bonus. Fossil Pokemon.
Oh hell, the Helix fossil.
Toss-up 15. That's fine. There's no way you could have known anything. You want a wild guess? No. That's totally,
42.
Oh.
no.
Yeah.
There is a line in the NAQT rules that if I determine there's no way you could have known the answer, I can just call it a false buzzing. That is allowed. I would love to do a panel where I go through all 15 pages of NAQT quiz rules. Toss-up 15. In a pair of movies featuring Victini, Riku's soul Pokemon uses an enhanced form of these objects. Team Rocket's Meowth once used this object to break a stack of 20 tiles. Earlier, Meowth obtained miserably at throwing these items at the target, but James' remote control caused them to land dead center. Freddie O'Martian reveals a golden one of these as the prize of their namesake competition, which Cadbury wins by using a possessor of these objects named Caesar. After receiving a scowl to the face, this object's holder throws it to the ground, regains his senses, then joyfully picks it up in a popular internet gift. When the possessor of these items evolve, these items can transform into scimitars. These objects are used to execute attacks such as Razor Shell. For 10 points, name these shell-like objects, the trademark items of Oshawott and Red 5.
Scout Shop.
That is correct, 10 points.
Is that what they're actually?
A scout shop's a type of shell.
Interesting, okay.
Oh, that.
I would
Yes.
never guess what
Scout is something else. I think it's-
I knew it was shell.
All right. Bonus 15. According to Bulbapedia, this Pokemon has kidnapped the most characters in the show. For 10 points each, name this only steel flying type Pokemon. Despite this, it is said to reach speeds of over 180 miles per hour.
Skarmory.
That is correct. And 2, a Skarmory kidnaps this character and drops her in a forest full of angry grass types. This character's younger brother is Max.
The brown eye.
Yes, this Team Rocket duo in the special episode The Legend of Thunder owns a Skarmory and a Steelix. They're obviously way more dangerous than Jesse and James, since they've been named, they've been named after a nomadic leader. All right. So that's 30 on the bonus.
Didn't you let him finish, bro?
No, something, okay, normal
No,
is
it's fine. I just thought it was funny.
Work them out if you're behind. That is a legit strategy.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for me to read the bonus entirely.
It's not heated.
But that's totally allowed. All right, toss up 16. In Pokemon Platinum, Professor Rowan occasionally laments that the Veilstone department store ran out of this item. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, players attempting to buy more than one of these items are met with the response, "I think one is enough for you." Using this item on one of the Darmanitan statues near Relic Castle allows the player to battle them. In the underground path in Heart Gold and Silver, the player can obtain a TM64 explosion by giving a man who gets angry at the thought of troublemakers this item. According to a resident of 2 Island, this item is Bruno's favorite snack. Like a potion, this item heals a Pokemon HP by 20 points. For 10 points, name this novelty item sold by a man who blocks the way out of Mahogany Town. Ring 4.
Rage candy.
Yes, 10 points. Rage Candy Bar.
I'm just saying that we got our time warning, it's literally 3:27.
Okay, I will stop reading at what, 3:30 then? Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, because we know. Yeah. Oh, you want to end this question or?
I am from.
We have 3 minutes.
Okay, yeah, so I'll follow Quiz Bowl rules and we'll just call it at 3:30. Let's see here. Where was I? Bonus 16, right? You get a bonus right now. All right, answer the following about an ability that can have online battlers tearing their hair out for 10 points each. 1, this ability doubles the chance for a move additional effect to occur. Because of this ability, Jirachi's Iron Head can cause the target to flinch 60% of the time. Answer? Serene Grace.
Read biological.
2. Serene Grace is pretty much the only reason why you should use this Pokemon, since it can paralyze the opponent with glare and make it flinch 60% of the time with Headbutt. Otherwise, this Land Snake Pokemon is pretty much useless.
Actually, with my Mexican citizenship, I vote for their
Answer?
Citizenship with passport.
No, Doomspares. And 3. This Pokemon with Thunder Wave and Air Slash is one of the most common abusers of Serene Grace. Yes, so that's 10 on the bonus. And when we finish hang around, we've got some prizes, so.
Yep, we've got some mouse pads, we've got some phone goodies, anyone who plays can come up and get your choice. No cookies. Aww.
17. Toss up 17. In this game, players can encounter a Rayquaza that for some reason use Dig, Sweet Scent causes the players to sleep in this game. In this game, Manaphy's Heart Swap will switch the player's characteristics, and Piplup will summon a giant wave of water. Dialga can tilt one of this game's stages, while Palkia can turn that stage upside down. Green 3.
Was Super Smash Bros?
That is correct. Power 15. And bonus 17. Game Freak's transition to the Nintendo DS wasn't a smooth one. For 10 points each, in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, merely viewing a PC box can prolong this process by up to 3 times its usual length. It is generally a good practice to do this before battling a legendary Pokemon.
I love your shoes, oh my god.
Answer?
Saving.
Yes. Since the Pokemon world in Generation 4 games are composed of 32 by 32 chunks, one can exploit the bicycle's fourth gear to cause the chunk loading error. That aforementioned method, which can be used to bypass random particles, is known by this term.
I know, she's young.
Incorrect. No, that is tweaking. And 3, another notable Generation 4 era glitch is this one exclusive to online battles in which all possible weather conditions act simultaneously. This glitch can cause most Pokemon to take weather damage 4 times per turn.
Why do you feel like 24?
Answer? Acid Rain, so that's 10 on the bonus.
And
It is 3:30, I'm calling the game by time.
255 to 175.
Wow! Alright, so yeah, come on up,
Yep,
we've got mouse pads for you all.
Set
And
your buzzers back on the table.
yeah, and I think we also have enough if anybody here would like to get a phone grip or a kickstand for their phone. The gift shop at my job was having a fire sale, so. So thanks again. Once again, if anyone's interested in volunteering for a school on March 1st to read these questions, please check out Texas Challengers Quiz Tournament. Thank you.
I was like,